Hey, I'm Mason Miller. I played baseball at Gardner-Webb and graduated in 2021. Played 4 years at a Division III school at Waynesburg University from 2017 through 2020. So that was a much further jump from Division III to what professional baseball looked like. Gardner-Webb gave me a chance to, elevate from that Division III level, compete, kind of learn from the guys around me that had been doing it for a couple of years, but also just show myself that, I was able to have success at a higher level. And, although it required different, strategies or different plans of attack sometimes, I was still capable of it. So that gave me a lot of confidence heading into the draft and then eventually playing professionally. But just getting to know everybody, and I thought we had an awesome group of guys that I was honored to share the field with, and I thought that really helped elevate my game, just being able to work with them. So putting in all that work over the course of that season, and then waiting around for another 6 weeks after we left school in May, finally getting that call and seeing my name on the TV and knowing I'd been selected, it was almost like you feel like all the hard work you put in, finally paid off, and you get that chance to celebrate with your family and friends, and it's really just an unforgettable time. In college, you have your studies, you have class, you have practice, games. You still find yourself with a lot of time, just hanging out with buddies, and once you get to the professional level, you're spending a lot of time at the field each and every day, and over the course of 162 games throughout the season, is really this kind of cyclical week-to-week routine that it wears on you for sure. I mean, last night we played a game and flew home, got home around 10 o'clock last night, and then we have another game today. So it really is, it never lets up, but that's part of the gig, and we come to enjoy it. But just the amount of time and dedication to it, I think, is the biggest shift. I wouldn't be where I am with a lot of people, and I could trace it back, to youth baseball and coaches I had through high school. I made a major connection with one of our coaches, Joe Rinaldi, who helped actually end up putting me in touch with Coach Chester at Gardner-Webb. So he was a large reason why I ended up there in 2021. So I really look at it as, each person that you come into contact with over the course of your life has a chance to have a huge impact on you. So you never really know who those people are going to be, but just taking the time and the care for each relationship that you're able to run into and build, I think, is really important. The debut is similar to the draft, where you feel like it's that moment you worked really hard for and it finally comes. And differently than the draft, I feel like the debut, I almost blacked out, and I don't really remember much of like the morning before the game, leading up to the game. Obviously I can go back and watch my performance, so that jogs my memory a little bit, but really that day just felt like it flew by. And I feel really, really happy that so many of my family and friends were able to make it out and experience that with me. The lone representative of my team was an honor, and it was also our last year as the Oakland A's, so being able to be called the last Oakland All-Star was pretty surreal. And additionally to that, being my first All-Star game and going and sharing the field with a bunch of guys that have been doing this for 5, 7, 8 times. So it almost felt like I was out of place, because these are some of the guys that I grew up watching in high school or college, and now I'm sharing the field as a peer to them in this game. Similar to the debut, though, very, very, very fast day. The best part of the experience was pitching in the game, for sure, and that was really just because that's where I feel most comfortable, handling media and meeting everybody. It takes something out of you for sure, and it just seems to speed up. But being out on the field in the game, hearing the fans, just the energy of the game, kind of let that moment slow down and really take it for what it's worth. Baseball is, like I said, a job. and it is sometimes feels like everything. Injuries take that away in a heartbeat, and you just kind of feel a little bit lost with it. But fortunately, my wife Jordan's awesome, and she's been with me every step of this way, from Division III baseball through Gardner-Webb, through every step of the pros. So she's my rock, and I'm really grateful for her getting me through all of that, the highs, the lows. But it's a learning experience, and you learn a lot about yourself in those times where you're rehabbing or you can't play the game you love. And you can make a choice if it's going to affect you positively or negatively, and sometimes the biggest gains that you make are made when nobody's watching. Personal goals, I try to keep them season to season. Last year I set the goal of making the All-Star Game in spring training, and I was able to achieve that. And even though that seemed lofty at the beginning of the year, I was pretty happy and pretty proud to be able to have that goal come to fruition. So I think that goal remains the same, and kind of the expectations of yourself each year that you build on the success that you've had. That it's not always a straight line, and you're going to face some struggles, but I think just being able to learn from the shortcomings I had last season, but also draw on those strengths and the successes I had, and just go out and put together a more complete season this year.